Good morning, everybody. I wanted to make a video this morning talking about another website that I utilize to buy cards. It's kind of off the beaten path. A lot of people don't know about it, and they know about Beckett, but they don't know that Beckett actually has a marketplace attachment to it. So Beckett is actually a really good place to buy sports cards. You can find sellers here that are selling um, a ton of cards. They don't have the kind of inventory that obviously eBay has or ComC has, but they do have similar to Sport Lots, which is another video that I've shared on my channel. They do have sellers that have large quantities at times and large volumes, and they have some unique features about their site that I wanted to share with everybody. As you guys know, if you watch my grading card video 101, how to grade cards, I really appreciate and favor Beckett for many reasons. They've been grading cards for a very long time. When I was young, um, I still am young, but when I was younger, I used to have to, believe it or not, go and buy a book and look up all my card values through that book called the Beckett. And today that Beckett's been superseded, in my opinion, by eBay, because you can go and look at eBay's most recent solds on a card, and you can gain an understanding of really real time what that particular card is selling for. So I think that's kind of superseded the Beckett, but I still like the Beckett nonetheless, just for nostalgic purposes. If nothing else, I like to buy a Beckett and just thumb through it. But anyways, um, wanted to show you guys this site. Beckett is actually the last grading service to actually do autographs. So if you actually look on their page here, we'll go over this, but they actually still authenticate autographs. I believe that both PSA and SGC have gone away from authenticating autographs at this point in time due to the kind of liability of it. There, if you slab an autograph authentic and it's not, there's a lot of liability there. So I believe that out of all of the grading companies, Beckett is the last one left that does autographs. Beckett also grades memorabilia, so they'll grade jerseys and they'll grade shoes and they'll grade things like that. Is I believe they will baseballs and coins. They will also do, I believe, toys. I believe I've seen like some vintage Ninja Turtles and stuff, and some GI Joes and some Star Wars that have been graded by Beckett. So that's a service that they offer as well. And they also grade comics, as you can see from their. I don't know if I'm over top of it or not, but they do. They do actually grade comics as well. But for the purposes of this video, we're going to be talking about the marketplace. So I wanted to get started with that. So let's go ahead and talk about their marketplace. And I'm not going to be going into my cart during this video because I'm logged in. You have to actually be logged um, in order to go through their marketplace. So you have to sign in when create an account and things of that nature. So I've done that and I'm signed in to see the marketplace. So due to that, I'm not going to be checking my cart out during this video. But understand that if you've ever shopped online anywhere, eBay, Amazon, you'll be able to figure their card out and navigate their cart. That's pretty self-explanatory stuff. So let's go ahead and let's look at their cards. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna back out of this real quick because I didn't explain. So underneath this search bar here, if my computer will load, underneath this search bar here, if you look at these boxes, it's going to say price cards, autograph authentication, grade cards. So there's that. You can actually submit all your cards and get that process started. It's just similar to the PSA site. If that's what you're into, you can go ahead and get those things started. But there's also an option, fourth one in, right here to buy cards. Okay, so that's where we're going. Here we go. And right now, they're actually doing a marketplace customer appreciation sale. You can get 20% off any order of 30% or more. So good time to buy. I do know that they've had I don't think I've seen any of them recently, but when I first logged in, obviously they're backed up due to the COVID situation. So understand that they're backed up as well as many other people are backed up. So I mean, it's just the way of our world right now. Um, but here we are in the marketplace. So we are going to go and look. You just go up here to your search engine up here, and let's look for Ozzie Smith rookie cards. Let's check it out. And that would have been the 1979 Topps. Let's see what they got. All right, so here we are, and if you look here, here it is. Here's your Ozzie Smith Topps number 116, the RC, which stands for rookie card. And then down below that one, this is actually a team card from the same set, number 479, so not the same card. And then they have one that's graded, and they're asking $75 for that one in that third row, and that's the 1979 Topps Ozzie Smith in a 7, so it's actually slabbed a 7. But we're gonna go here, and we're gonna click on this green button, and you'll notice that there's a 12. The circle says 12, so that means that there's 12 unique sellers for this card, and your price ranges are $5.40 all the way up to $120. So we're gonna click here and compare our sellers, and here we go. So here you go. Just like, couple things about this site. You don't get to see the real photos of the card. You don't get to see scans of the real photos. These are stock photos, once again. Very similar to another site I shared a video about called Sport Lots. You should check that one out as well. That's another site that's kind of off the beaten path. And this one is as well. A lot of people know about Beckett. They know Beckett from the Beckett, obviously the Beckett Price Guide magazines, and then they know Beckett from a grading standpoint. But a lot of folks don't know that Beckett actually has a marketplace. So this site, along with Sport Lots, is actually off the beaten path, and you can still find some great deals here. You can find some people that are selling in bulk if that's something that you like to do. You like to buy the same card over and over again. This is a great place to go for that. And I'm going to show you guys another feature that's really neat here in a second. But one of the things that this site's lacking, you don't get to see actual scans of your card. And that is, that's a problem, especially if you're looking to buy cards online to grade and slab. You want to see high resolution scans. You want to be able to see you want to be able to gain an understanding of what that card looks like front and back. And you can't do that here, which is unfortunate. But the sellers in most cases are dealers. So when they say that a card's near mint or EX mint or so on and so on, they're more they're gonna know. I would like to think they're gonna know more about what they're talking about. But you're still running a risk. But with that, let's go ahead and get started here or go ahead and continue to expound on this. This is so this seller has one in near mint. This seller has one in EX to mint, near mint, EX mint, very good to EX, near mint, EX mint, so on and so on, down to very good. You might be thinking, well, very good sounds like it's very good. That's very good. Let's get a very good card in my possession. Well, you have to go and study a grading scale. So a sports card grading scale. And on a sports card grading scale, the grades excellent, which is what EX stands for, and very good, they're not very good grades. No pun intended. They're a low grade. Let me just try to remember. So if you have a card that's graded a 10, that card is pristine. If you got a card that's graded 9.5, that card is gem mint. If you have a card that's 9, that's mint. If you got a card that's an 8 and a 7, those are near mint. you go down below 7, now you're going to start getting into like near mint EX, and then 5 I believe is like excellent. And then you get down into like 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, you're getting down into fair and poor grades, and very good grades. So those are really low grades on the scale. So don't be deceived and don't believe that very good is very good. As you can see, this card here that is being sold in a very good condition is being sold for $5.40, and the rest of these cards are north of $30 for the most part. Even one here that's in near mint condition, seller asking $120. But let's go ahead and click on this one here for $5.40. And I wanted to show another really neat feature about this site that I think separates it from others. So here we get the dealer stats. The Dugout Zone has this card, feedback score of 4.93 out of 5, which is fantastic. These folks have 1.5 million cards on this site, which is it's a lot. So this is a dealer, like I said. So when you buy cards off this site, unlike Sport Lots, which is people that might be finding cards in their garage or at their grandma's house, these folks on this site, for the most part, are dealers. And when they ship your cards, they're going to be coming to you in a good manner. So as you would expect, with proper packaging and things. But this photo over here, we can also flip it over to the back of the card. So that's the back, that's the front. But this is a stock photo, okay? This is not a photo of this card that's $5.40 by any means. This photo right here is actually a beautiful photo and a beautiful example of this card. These cards have a ton of centering issues, and this card's probably going to be beat up pretty bad. I mean, it's not going to have sharp corners. It's going to have probably centering issues and things like that. But we don't know, and you won't know unless you were to buy this and get it to your house. So understand that. But what's neat about this is you can go and view the pop report. So if you've never seen a PSA or a BGS pop report or an SGC pop report, which are the 3 most prominent grading companies, you can click here, and here's an example of a pop report. So let's check out the pop on this card. And this is such awesome information. I mean, so here you go. Here's your Ozzie Smith RC, number 116. And here's all your grades, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, all the way up to a black label 10. And if you don't know what a black label 10 is, I talk about all these things in my grading cards video 101. And I talk about grading, and I talk about the 3 most prominent grading services in depth, and I talk about a black label 10 and a gold label SGC card so that everybody can understand that. But staying on task, on target with this video. There are 2,096 of these that have been slabbed by BGS. Now, PSA is going to have their population report as well. So there's more cards out here that have been graded just beyond the 2,069 by other grading services. But in terms of Beckett, that's how many of this card they've graded. And there are no 10s. 0. There are 0 black label 10s. There are only 7 9.5s. Okay. And when you're thinking about investing into this card, okay, you want to know this information because, if I'm going to go buy that card on this site for $120, let's say, that might be a really good way to spend $120. Obviously, I would personally want to contact the seller and see if I could get them to maybe email me scans or show me pictures of the original card before I made a decision like that. But, if I looked that card over and I knew how to kind of study a card a little bit to obviously nothing's going to compare to holding the card in your hand. But if you got that card in your possession or you got to see that card prior to buying it and you're like, man, that actually might have a chance at getting maybe a 9.5. Even if it got a 9, if you look at the 9, there's 53 of those. There's 53 of those. I believe there's a PSA 10 of this card. It sold for like $31,000. So, Ozzie Smith's a legend. I freaking love Ozzie Smith. But anyways, that's what's neat about this site. We are looking at the full pop report of this card right now off of the marketplace, which is that's great, you know. So let's back out of here. Let's look up another card. See what else they have. Um, let's look for a basketball card. Let's look for another player that I think is going to be he's definitely going to be in the headlines soon. And I'll explain why. But let's look for Karl Malone. Let's look for his 1986 Fleer, which is the same year as Michael Jordan's rookie card. This is Karl Malone's rookie card. If you don't know who Karl Malone is, you need to get educated. No, I'm playing. That's what I'm here for. Karl Malone is the second all-time leading scorer in the NBA. And right now, LeBron James is the third all-time leading scorer in the NBA. So, little tip. When LeBron passes Mr. Malone, you know, because it's almost inevitable he's going to, Karl Malone's going to be in the media. He's going to be all over the media. So, I think that these cards are going to take maybe I'm pretty certain that they're going to, when he's in the media and people start to realize just how special Karl Malone was. So the downside to his stock is he never won a championship. I mean, shoot, Michael Jordan was in the league, so Michael Jordan was taking all the championships. But Karl Malone had the duo with the all-time leading assist leader in the NBA, and that was John Stockton. And those two guys, in my opinion, I think they're overlooked a lot of times, and I think that they, I haven't studied their cards closely, but I will say this guy here is going to be in the media pretty soon. And then the all-time leading scorer in the NBA is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and I think LeBron will pass him in time as well. He's pretty close to passing both these guys. So, once again, here's Karl Malone's rookie card. This is not the real card you're going to be buying. Price on this card, $50. They have two of them. This is Jim and Steve's Sports Card Shop, and that's their feedback score, 4.93, and they are a beast of a seller. They have over 8 million cards on this site, just incredible amount. Once again, that's the front of the card. This is the back of the card. Well, the back of the stock photo. And then we are going to, let's look at the pop report on this one. Why not? Let's see what it looks like. Loading up there. All right. So this card, there's been 2,522 of them that have been submitted to Beckett, and two of those have popped a perfect grade of a 10. Two of those have popped a pristine grade. None of them have a black label 10, and 178 of those are 9.5. Yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of opportunity with this card. Once again, if it was me, and since you're dealing with such reputable sellers, you can possibly get in touch with the sellers. They can show you these cards, and then you can make a really good decision that way. I know it's a little bit of legwork, but at the same time, I mean, if you're paying $50 for a card that could potentially pop a 10 or a 9.5 of a legend like that, I think it's worth your time. to do. Um, and then let's see. I don't know. I highly doubt they're going to have this next card. I really don't know. These are tough to come by because he's like this guy. Okay, so in for instance, you know, when we talk about basketball, there's debate. You know, is is Michael Jordan the best player? Is LeBron James the best player? Is Kobe Bryant the greatest player? Is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar the greatest player? Is Will Chamberlain the greatest player? You know, there's debate. In hockey, there's no debate. Wayne Gretzky is the greatest player to ever play hockey. No questions asked. Nobody debates you. Nobody, he's the greatest to ever play the game. So let's see, and let's hope, that they have a Wayne Gretzky rookie card. That would be really really cool. So let's see what they got. I think it was 78 OPG. It might have been 79. If it is, I apologize. I'm pretty sure I'm right. I'm pretty sure it was 78. No, I was wrong. It's 1 year up. 79. Yep. All right. Wow, they have one. They have one, and they're asking $1,200 for it. And you flip over, you see the back of the card. Once again, these are stock photos. See the front of the card. And that's the 1979 OPG. So you can see Bakersfield Cards has it. Once again, reputable seller. Feedback score of almost a perfect 5. They're at 4.81. And let's look at the pop report on this card. All right. 3,762 of them have been submitted to Beckett. There's 110, 11 9.5s. I'm not knowledgeable of what the PSA pop report is on this card, but you can see how rare. There's 110, and I think that 110 has sold for, like, I kid you not, like over $200,000. Like I said, Wayne Gretzky, no debate, no dispute. He is the greatest to ever play the game of hockey at this point, and it looks like he's going to be the greatest for a long time to come. So, excellent player to invest in. Excellent player to invest in at all levels. Okay. All right. Haven't mentioned this yet. A huge plus side to Beckett as well. They have a excellent customer service. As a matter of fact, they actually have a box down here. I don't know if you can see this little green box down here, but if you click it, it says we're online. You can actually chat with them live online. Like I said, right now with the social distancing and the COVID, I don't know about their response time, but they definitely have a full. These people are very professional, very put together business. You can shop with confidence. You can know that they're going to take care of you, and they've been around for a very long time. But yes, I wanted to show you guys. This is a site. Like I said, I've been using this site for about I believe I've said. I've been using the site for about 1.5 to 2 years. Great site to buy sports cards on. And it's off the beaten path. And I've got a couple other videos talking about ComC, and then I've got one about sport lots, and I've got a couple more sites that I'd like to make videos on here in time. If this is the first time you've been on my channel, welcome. I appreciate you stopping by, and I appreciate you watching. And I hope you find these videos helpful, and I hope you're getting value from them. My aim is to help my viewers to better enjoy the sports card hobby and to give them better in every avenue possible to buy sports cards from. These are sites that I've personally used, and I will not put a site on my website or on my YouTube channel that I do not use. I think that would be very wrong of me. So understand that, I'm actually logged into my account here. I know you can't see my stuff, but that's for privacy reasons. But I use these sites, and I have used these sites, and I'm giving you the good, the bad, the ugly. Beckett's a great company. You guys, I appreciate everybody watching. If you like videos like this, I plan to put out a lot more. Make an educational channel about sports cards, and just also share my collection, and in time open up some product. If you like stuff like this, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. I appreciate everybody watching. Everybody be safe during this time, and God bless. I hope that we get through this. I think we're going to get through this sooner than later, and it'll all pass. But you guys stay safe, and until the next video, bye-bye.